Hey, Lake Wiley, I hope you're doing well today. I'm here with Marcy Williams. We just wanted to kind of get together. There's some things that we've been talking about over the past couple weeks and months as we've been through this whole crazy coronavirus season. Marcy, how's your family been through this season? What's it been like for the Williamses?
It's been very different.
Yeah.
Jeff has not been traveling, and he's been traveling since we've been married. So
Yeah.
we have a new marriage now, which is stronger, which is better, which is great.
No counseling as a result
Exactly,
of all this.
not
Good.
yet. Ellie hadn't been dancing, and that's
Yeah.
her outlet, so that was an adjustment. But now she's back to dancing, and we're doing really well now.
You got done with homeschool?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was a great teacher. Yes, so we are done with that for a while.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, this season has been so crazy because so much of my interaction with the church has been over video like this. And, we've gotten to see some folks on Sundays at church, but it's just not the same.
No, definitely
It's
not.
just not the same, and there are times when I'm just not sure what exactly is the right way to do something because you're trying to be sensitive to everyone and care for everyone, and different people have responded in different ways to this whole season. But anyway, a couple months back, you and I began just talking about some things the Lord was laying on your heart, and you kind of kept me up to date on that. And so I just wanted to give our church an opportunity to hear what God's been doing in your life, in your heart, and just hear. So
Okay.
go for it.
Well, so about 7 years ago, Kathy Smith came to me and asked me to start leading Bible studies, and I fought her and I fought God because I did not know nothing about Bible studies or leading them. And after I accepted it, it was good to go, and so that was 7 years ago. And then in April, he told me to step away again. So in true Marcy fashion, I fought him for about 3 months.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why, and because it's my baby. It's something that I enjoy. I enjoy the ladies so much. But he wants something else, and he just is ready for me to step away from Bible studies. But through this time, I've come to discover that the way I look at Bible studies looks nothing like the Bible studies I lead. And I think that was a big game changer for me during these past few months while I was praying. To me, a Bible study is 2 to 6 people that meet together on a regular basis, not just in the fall and the winter.
Sure.
But these women get together and they can fellowship. They can talk out their problems. When they're angry, they can vent with an unjudgmental zone.
Yeah.
Women that will not sit there and look down on them because of a moment of feeling that is going to be gone next week. But the women also keep each other focused on God, keep their knees bruised, but keep everyone laughing at the same time. And right now, the Bible studies that I lead are anywhere from 12 to 20 people.
Yeah.
And even though we do have moments, like I described, the overall feeling is not that way. It's more like equipping hour than Bible study. And I just think if I step away, that hopefully women will be able to take it upon themselves to grab, 2 or 3 women and start meeting, start fellowshipping with one another.
How many Bible studies have you taught now here at Lake Wiley?
15.
Holy smokes. And they've been over a range of topics.
Oh, we've been everywhere. We've done 2 Corinthians, we've done 1 Peter, we've done the most favorite of everyone's was Keep It Shut. And it was about telling women
or as I like to call it behind the scenes, which none of you ever heard me say, shut that mouth.
Yes. Yes.
That was like mine and Marcy's inside secret.
Yes. But everybody wants me to redo it.
Keep it shut.
Yes. They loved it because it just talked about how the tongue was just is horrible.
Yeah.
So, but the last couple of years we've done hospitality. Yeah. We've done how much friendship and with one another is such a vital importance.
Yeah.
How to relate to one another, even within the church, in your neighborhoods, in your community, and within your family.
Yeah.
But I think with those tools that people could really learn how to be more intimate with one another.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the ones that stands out in my mind as that I see as particularly impactful in the life of our church was the study on hospitality. I saw so much spiritual fruit come out of that. I saw relationships that were deepened. I saw women who may have just been more introverted step out of their comfort zone and make some relationships. I saw women who had relationships go deeper in those relationships. And there was just a sense that there was a lot of behind the scenes community happening outside of Sunday morning or Wednesday night or whatever was going on in a program here.
Yes.
So I just saw loads of fruit. And like you said, I think a lot of the studies that you've done more recently have prepared our women for this next season. So if you could, Marcy, what should women's ministry look like in this next season? If you could speak to all the ladies and just look them in the eye and challenge them and encourage them as one of their spiritual leaders, what should this next season look like? What should they consider in terms of discipleship and women's ministry in the church?
I think it should be more intimate.
Mm.
I think that's what I keep coming back to whenever I think about the future of women's ministry. I have no idea what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
No idea. And I'm excited to see, like, if women are going to step up and do something that we have, like, a surprise, within the ministry. But I think that I challenge all the women to find that core group. If it's one other lady, that's fine. Or if it's 5 other ladies, I just ask that it just doesn't get so big like we're in now, to where you lose that intimacy, where there's a group of ladies here and they call each other the peeps. Like, I've got my peeps. And I want you to get that. I want you to have friends that you can call any time of the day, but also just not that. Friends that make you go back and reference the Bible. Make it to where they hold you accountable when your focus gets taken off of God and it switches back onto you, that they help you turn your eyes right back where it should be. They let you know when you're not praying. And also, they hit their knees with you right beside you. There's nothing like that. But I just want ministry to become more intimate, more just deeper within itself. And I challenge the ladies to find that group. And it's not going to be easy. And I've told the ladies when we were doing hospitality, this was one of the issues. And you got to have prayer partners, you got to have accountability partners, but it doesn't happen overnight.
That's right.
You've got to build on that. And
it takes vulnerability.
Yes, right. But you can't do that meeting in the fall and the winter.
Yeah.
You've got to do a meeting on a regular basis. And it doesn't have to be every week. But a few times a month would be awesome.
Absolutely.
But you've got to make that commitment. It's got to be something on your calendar.
And in the past 6 months especially, we've seen a lot of new ladies come into the church. New ladies, new husbands, a lot of guests. And I think just that kind of smaller, organic interconnectedness lends itself to a type of church where not only are we looking to get everyone who's already here involved in that kind of accountability, but when someone new walks in the door, we're like, hey, man, that person needs to get plugged into this. And maybe they don't come into that inner circle overnight. That takes time, like you said. But ultimately, every man that walks into the door of our church needs that with other men. Every woman that walks in the door, like, they've got a billion things that God has put in their life that they're trying to figure out. And God has not made us to do that on our own. He's made us for relationships and for intimate friendships with one another. So,
yes. Makes life so much easier.
So you're not saying we can never have a big Bible study again.
No. Not by a long shot.
You're just saying you're hoping for something deeper.
Yes.
And smaller. Yeah.
Yes, and women's ministry is going to look different.
Yeah.
None of us know how it's going to look, but all I know is that God has given me a peace in stepping back. I feel that this is going to open up so many more doors because I've been doing it so long, and we were such a lot smaller than we are now, or a lot smaller whenever I started this, so it was easier.
Yeah.
It was only 7 women, I believe, when we started.
Yeah.
And now we're close to 50, and it's too big, not to a point where we can't all 50 women meet together,
Yeah.
Throughout the year. But on a regular basis, we need to be able to meet in a smaller group.
Yeah. One of the things that Paul said to Timothy in one of the pastoral epistles is, he says, Timothy, what you've heard in the presence of other faithful people, entrust to men who will be able to do it with other men. And I think we can apply that principle across the board. Like, whatever we've heard in the presence of other people in a big discipleship group, go and find someone and teach them, help them, pray with them, learn from them, and then replicate it over and over and over. And that was kind of Paul's method. That was Jesus' method. He went and found disciples and taught them how to teach and how to pray and how to be with one another and then how to replicate themselves. This is how the church grows, not just in size, but in depth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm encouraged. I know it's a big change for you. It's going to be weird this fall when you're not like in here setting up a room, 3 days a week.
It is.
And Marcy, let me just say this. You certainly didn't ask for this, but you are to be commended. Your service to Christ, your love for the women of this church, I see, if no one else does, I see a sliver of those hours that you spend every week preparing. You come to me and ask me questions. I try to give input. I'm not a lady, but I try to give you some theological input that you can then kind of interpret for our women here. And you're to be commended. And so let me just say this. This would be a great opportunity for you ladies to reach out. Hang on. Don't nod too much yet. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't reach out.
No, reach out and say thank you to Marcy. Reach out and praise God. Give God the praise for what He has done through a faithful servant. We want to be a church that honors people that serve us. So anything else on your heart? Anything else you just want to add to that? Anything else?
I can say one more thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes over the past few years, I've asked women if they want to lead, and they're like, no, that's just too much. I hope that why we are changing right now, and you come up with a group of ladies, and you're saying, well, no one wants to lead. You don't have to worry about someone leading because God's going to be there and He's going to lead it.
That's right.
You don't need to have
Open the Bible and read it.
Exactly. So He'll be there.
Amen.
So.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, direct them all to Marcy.
Yes, I am all open.
Ask her. No, you can ask me too. But this was just such a big change that we've talked about it a lot. You've really kind of opened up and shared what the Lord has laid on your heart to me, and I just felt like we should all kind of talk about it together.
Yes, and I think I've shocked Pastor Jonathan when I brought this up as well. So
yeah, you did a bit, but we trust the Lord, and we're excited because we know that the one who plans the beginning from the end took this moment right here into account.
Oh yes.
So, all good things. Well, church, I hope you're doing well. Again, if you need anything, if you have prayer requests, reach out to me, reach out to Marcy, reach out to one of our leaders. We want to help you in any way that we can. If you have any needs during this season of coronavirus that continues, please reach out. We love you. Lord willing, we'll see you Sunday. Marcy, thanks so much for coming in and shooting this crazy video. I know it's kind of different, but I'm so thankful for you.
Well, thank you.
God bless. Have a great day.